This is Shannon with For Humanities. We are your online t-shirt brand. We design and create socially conscious t-shirts that spark social change and restore humanity. This morning is Wednesday, but we're talking today about how to choose the right tee. So for those of you guys who are coming in, come on in, get your pencils and papers so you can take notes on how you can choose the right tee for you or your brand. So whichever one you're going to be doing. So we definitely want to get you started. So go ahead, get your pencils, and we're going to get started. So for those of you guys who are here, I am Shannon with For Humanities. Now, the one thing you want to look at is that everyone loves a tee. Everybody loves a tee, no matter from big to small, little, short, or tall. It is definitely a case that everyone loves a tee. Now, some of us should go and start buying some stock in some cotton because we use and we look at tees so much and we wear them a lot. Now, if tees are in your wardrobe, that means that you actually really, really like them. But not all teas are created equal. Those are the things that we want to look at. Not all teas are created equal. And you probably say what? And I say, yes, that's the case. Not all teas are created equal. Just because it says cotton doesn't mean that it give you that touch and feel of softness that we seem to like a lot when we think about a tea. Now, one of the great things is that I could tell you is that by that softness, when we think about a tea, it's like you can sleep in it, you can go out and relax in it. Those are the things that you can go and work out. And the flexibility that a t-shirt has is when you're working out at the gym, you kind of like lifting and you need that air and you need that cotton that could absorb the perspiration. This is when a tee comes into place. Now, the best tee are the ones that you buy that are called the boyfriend tees. Everyone loves a boyfriend tee because it's usually soft, it's worn in, it's comfortable, it's roomy, and you just really love it. That's why they call them the boyfriend tee. Now, fashion, as we know, has changed like fads have changed. They have come and gone, but the one thing that you will always count on is a t-shirt. T-shirts are forever. So what we're going to cover right now is 4 ways of choosing your tee. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Now, the first thing that you want to look at when you're choosing a tee is the impact. What is the impact that you are wanting to have on your t-shirt? That's the one thing that you want to look at. What is the impact? Impact is key because you want to look at the color, you want to look at the style, and you want to look at the purpose. So now when we talk about the impact and style, usually it's going to be red. Red is always good for impact. Now, yes, teas are forever. You also want to look at the color. What color are you looking forward to? What are the colors that are just really prevalent to you? I like red, but I don't necessarily have red tees. But the primary color of a t-shirt that you always will see is black. Black and white and gray. Those are those colors that you always will see the most, that are the most popular when it comes to tees. Now, of course, when we get into your sports teams or your sorority or fraternity colors or your school colors, then, it runs the gamut on that part. But when we look about style, we're still in the impact. You're looking at style. You're looking at V-necks, crew necks, scoop necks, off the shoulders. You're looking at tanks. You have all types of styles when you're looking at your tees as far as that goes. So those are things when you're choosing the right tee for the great impact, for the right purpose, and the right time that you're using it for. The other thing is that we're going to look at the purpose. Now, when we talk about purpose, purpose is more so in the sense of, do you have a message? Or are you going to be bringing a message with your tee? How is your tee definitely going to be presented to your community? What is it about that tee that you want people to know either about you or about what your particular cause is? Those are definitely important things about t-shirts that you want to consider. Now we're going to move into number two. Number two is the fit. How does it fit? If it does it fit tight? Is it loose? It depends on what you're doing. Now they kind of say that if you kind of done been working out at the gym and you fit and everything, you might want a tee that's like fitting you just a little bit. Hi, Natasha. You want a tee that's fitting you just a little bit good. Now, for those who probably want to like, hide a little bit because, we got a little bit going on, or we're very modest, you want a tee that fits a little loose. Most folks that I hear, they'll say, well, I don't like my tees fitting real tight. Well, some people do because they got a lot to show. But some people don't want their tees fitting tight. So you have to understand the sizes of what to do as far as picking your tees. Now, even if you have a t-shirt that is a male's tee, like a men's t-shirt, there's a particular size that you would get that will equate to the female. Those are the reasons sometimes when you get a tee. There's tees that are boxy, there's tees that are a little bit more fitted, that's a little bit more coat, it's sort of like collated to what you're doing. Those are things that you want to look at when you're thinking about your t-shirts. So now the next thing that we're going to go into, we talked about impact, we talked about the color, we talked about the style, we talked about the purpose of the tee. Then we went into number two, we talked about fit, loose, tight, depends on how your body type. So again, if it's loose or it's tight, depending on your body type, that is usually what's going to draw you to one particular t-shirt than the next. Now, when we move into number three, how many of you guys are ready for number three? Number three, say three, and like cheese, huh? So when you move into number three, we talk about price on your tee. Now, we know t-shirts are necessarily very inexpensive. It is an inexpensive way to get a message out as far as something that's more of a clothing, but all tees again are not created equal. Just because it's a cotton t-shirt doesn't mean that it's the same quality as the other tees. Now, when you're looking at a tee that is a lower cost tee, some folks say, oh, I can get tees for $1, $2, what have you. Number three, we got three up, we got three. Thank you guys. Now, the thing is that when you get a tee that is a lower cost, there's a reason for that. Now, unless you like the big box companies and you can go buy them by the tens of millions, then you can get them at a really cheaper price. But if you're kind of like everyday folks, you're not going and stockpiling t-shirts in a warehouse somewhere. You're only getting about 50 to 100 tees here and there. Now, the thing is that what you want to look at is where the tee is coming from and what style it is. If that t-shirt is too cheap, it's going to wear out. It's going to be too thin. It's going to wear out. You're going to wash it. It's not going to wear very well. It's not going to be the tee that you want it to have anyway. So those are the things and the disadvantages of getting tees that are too cheap. Now, when you get a tee that costs a little bit more, hello, Elder Carmen and Natasha, thank you guys for coming. When you get a tee that's a little bit more of an upgrade, these are t-shirts that are investments. You're going to definitely wear this t-shirt over and over and over. These are the type of tees that you get from, of course, For Humanities, okay? These are the tees that you get from us. And exactly, we have a promo you can go and get to for 25 at bit.ly/fundraising for good. And then also help towards charity to give us the opportunity to give back to charity. Now, when we talk about tees and quality, again, you want to look at it as an investment. For those of you guys who are coaches and you have other businesses that are providing a service, tees are a very great way for you to expand your brand and expand your reach. Now, we talked about that before, but that's a little bit more of detail of how you want to do that. This is what you want to do. Bit.ly, I need a tee, because a t-shirt is going to be evergreen, you guys. It goes on and on and on. And as they say, to the break of dawn. You can keep those tees and people wear them over and over, even clear after your event. Survive and Thrive tees are still being worn from last year, okay, in the first year. So these are the things that you want to look at. Now, once again, we talked about impact, we talked about fit, we talked about price. Now we're going to go into number 4. If you're ready for number 4, put a 4 on the floor, okay? 4, 4, 4, 4, because 4 is for humanities. So we talked about those. Now, the last thing that we're going to talk about is when it comes to quality. It's a little bit of what we just was speaking of, but it's all about quality. Quality is key because there is definitely more than just knowing about the t-shirt, the style, and all that, but you have to understand the ounces. Every t-shirt there's an ounce for everything. Everything has a measurement. Now, a great t-shirt you're going to look at, it's not going to be high in ounces. Now, men particularly like a t-shirt it's a little heavier. It makes them feel like they really got a shirt on. They're not trying to be, Mr., at the gym boxing and flexing with a thinner tee. Usually you're going to find young people, they like the thinner tees that's probably like a 4.3 ounce, a 4.4 ounce type tee. These are those, I call them, these are your luxury stylish tees. These are the luxury stylish tees that are a little bit, they're real soft and they're real agile and they feel real good on. These are the tees you get from me. For Humanities is where you get those tees at, because we have great tees. These tees are soft. They feel like they're hugging you. You feel like you're getting a hug every day. If you want a hug, get a Hug Me tee from For Humanities. That's where you go. And if you want to get one, once again, there you go. There's the link, bit.ly/fundraising for good. And right now you can get 2 for $25. All right, we're ready. Still on that quality thing. So you want to be sure that you find a quality t-shirt. It's very good quality. It's not something that you're going to wash 5 times and then it's just going to fall off. You don't want to get something where you wash it a few times and then it starts fading color, which it will do. You have to understand the difference of 100%, a tri-blend, a dual blend, and what is made up of the textiles that goes into the fibers that are going into those different blends. Different blends are not created equal. There is a difference between rayon and there is a difference between spandex and polyester. Just do the math. Spandex is going to do what? Stretch. So those are for those of you guys who are using the shirts that are for more athletic wear that you're going to be stretching and moving like in the spandex pants. You want some spandex in the yoga pants because you're going to be standing, sitting, moving, and stretching. That is very important when you're determining which particular textile that you're working with your brand. So again, how to choose the right tee for you, and then definitely for your brand, because it's very important that you don't just say, oh, I'm just going to go get some t-shirts. T-shirts are very important. The style of the tee, the quality of the tee. Just getting tees that are really on the low budget, it really is going to depict the representation of your brand. And you don't want a t-shirt that's going to fade out and the colors are not going to be good anymore. Because why? Because the fact that if they have a t-shirt that has your brand all over it, and then it starts fading out and getting all worn, no matter what it is that they did and whose fault it was, they're going to look at your brand and it's going to be a representation of your tees. That's just how it goes. We need to understand that. It doesn't matter if they washed it in bleach, they took a torch to it, they did whatever they knew they wasn't supposed to do. They always are still going to look back to your brand and say, I don't think I'm going to buy those tees because they do XYZ. They didn't happen to say that they did XYZ to it. But again, if you're looking and you want to know how to get the right tee for you, you definitely want to think about impact. You want to think about the fit. You want to think about the price and definitely the quality of the brand and of that t-shirt. So again, if you're looking to add t-shirts to your brand, you can go to bit.ly, I need a T. This is where you can get some t-shirts. If you want a t-shirt and you want a quality tee, go to bit.ly/I need a T. So thank you guys. Y'all have a great morning and I will talk with you guys soon. Bye-bye.